voice of women, the voice of women, the voice of women, 91.7 WFM, 91.7. Manchester United suffer a heavy defeat at the hands of Newcastle United with a 4-1 blow. In volleyball, Zamalek Sporting Club of Egypt emerged champions of the 2025 African Women's Volleyball Inter-Club Championship. And in the world of tennis, Carlos Alcaraz beats Lorenzo Musetti and wins the Monte Carlo Masters. Good morning and welcome to Sports Radio 360 on your Women Radio 91.7, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. I am Miracle Phillip. Always a pleasure to get to serve you sporting updates right here on this dial, 7 a.m. Mondays through to Fridays. Of course, the weekend was full of so much action, including one that left a lot of people wondering, well, with Onana absent from that squad yesterday, was it really the problem of Manchester United? Well, while we get to delve into that, I must let you know that the phone lines are very much open for you to get to call in, and let's get to have your views on the various conversations we'll be sparking up with our updates this morning. 07000 917 917 09155 917 917. Our toll-free number for women, 0800 1235 917, and then we have our text and WhatsApp line, 08155 917 917 0703 175 6537. First and foremost, let us stand up for the champions.
I was built to be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me, so stand up.
Oh yes, we are standing up for the defending champions of the African Women's Volleyball Inter-Club Championship. We're talking about Zamalek Sporting Club of Egypt. They have decided that they would do it again and again, and they did it again. Third time in a row, 2023, 2024, and 2025. It was actually an all-Egyptian final affair because they defeated Al Ahly 3-1 to actually clinch the 39th African Women Volleyball Inter-Club Championship in Abuja, and that went down yesterday. Equally, we got to see that while they were able to stamp their foot, solidifying their position as a powerhouse in the African volleyball, for third place, we saw Kenya Pipeline beating the CF Qatar of Tunisia 3-0 to actually win the bronze medal. Well, all hearty congratulations to Zamalek Sporting Club of Egypt. We look forward to, of course, next year's championship, of course, as well. Hoping that Nigeria will make it through. I mean, when you go down, what you do is you get to learn so much and you come back even stronger. Well, we'll switch sides now to talking everything that went down in tennis. It was Carlos Alcaraz's moment.
Yeah, the end is nigh here. A first victory at the Monte Carlo Country Club for Carlos Alcaraz.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Carlos Alcaraz was indeed so proud of himself, especially as he fought back to beat Lorenzo Musetti and win the Monte Carlo Masters. We're talking about a four-time major champion who did make a slow start, but also very well grew in confidence and equally quality to overcome the Italian 3-6-6-1-6-0 on clay. It was such a competitive one for Carlos Alcaraz, and of course this success now is the 6th ATP Masters 1000 trophy for Alcaraz, also his first since Indian Wells last year, and an 18th title overall. And having to speak about this, he said it's been a really difficult week with a lot of different situations. I'm really proud of myself, how I've dealt with everything. It's been a really difficult month for me on the court and outside. But coming here and seeing how the whole hard work is paid off, I'm really, really, really happy. Now, who wouldn't be so happy? We'll take a break, and when we come back, we definitely have to delve into football and everything that went down in Formula One. Stay tuned.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's your girl again. You are listening to WFM 91.7. Yeah. Keep your ear tuned in. That's it. Bye-bye.
Something big is coming with Better Play. Get ready to turn 500 Naira into a 200,000 Naira daily jackpot. Yes, you heard right. 200,000 Naira every single day. The more tickets you grab, the higher your chances of winning. Stay tuned, because this is the game changer you've been waiting for. Coming to you on Women Radio 91.7 FM. Are you ready to play and win big?
ihe ọma ala ndị ala yana naira reno kwa ụbọchị ị ga-ewin ihe ruru 200,000 na Better Play. Kwa ụbọchị elekere 11 nke ụtụtụ, elekere 2 nke ehihie na elekere 6 nke abalị na Women Radio 91.7 a ga na-akpọ ndị meririnụ na Better Play lottery. Ndị obodo m, mee ka anyị nchanye na-egbakọta mmeta ego a. Biko gaa zụta Better Play lottery ticket gị ugbu a $500 ntọnta ego na www.betterplay.ng. Ọ gị pịa *347*15#. ị nwekwara ike ịzụrụ tiketi ruru 20 ka onye gị ohere ị ga-eji ewini. Echefula na ọkwa kwa ụbọchị ka ị nwere ike ịnweta ohere iji ewini 200,000 na Better Play na Women Radio 91.7. were ọsọ were ije soro anyị na Facebook nke wụ @BetterPlay ma Instagram @BetterPlayNG ka a na-enye gị update. Ekwekwala ihe ọma ha ji bịa gafee ego. Ị na-aga igo tiketi gị, na-aga igo tiketi m ugbu a. Ọkwa ndị na-erula 18 years ka na-agbakwa ihe a.
Collie Bell, Collie Bell, Collie Bell drops. Every mother coming here. Is your baby in discomfort? Collie Bell drops, the way to comfort. Collie Bell drops, tummy discomfort. Bye-bye. Excess gas. Bye-bye. Collie Bell drops relieves your child.
No matter the colic condition, Colibel Drops brings fast, sweet relief to your baby. Colibel Drops, relief for babies, one drop at a time. A quality product from Maxin Healthcare.
Colibel Drops.
If symptoms persist after 2 days, see your doctor.
For more information on this product, kindly follow us on Facebook at Maxin Healthcare.
The Women Radio membership connects you with other women traders, entrepreneurs, students, homemakers, farmers, and pensioners in the 36 states of Nigeria. As a Women Radio member, your business is promoted free on Women Radio. Win amazing goodies and you get access to our events. Download the Women Radio app today and hear your voice on radio. Register free at WFM917.com and make sure you join the Facebook Women Radio membership group. The Women Radio membership is supported by MacArthur Foundation and the Nigeria Media Innovation Program, NAMI.
Better don't land with Naira Reno every day now to win up to 200,000 Naira from Better Play. Yes, so every day from 11 a.m., 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. on Top Women Radio 91.7, we go announce winners of the Better Play lottery. My country people, oh yeah, make this money together. I beg, go buy your Better Play lottery tickets now for 500 Naira shikini money for www.betterplay.ng or make you dial *347*154#. You fit buy up to 20 tickets in a day to increase your chance to win. No forget now every day you fit stand a chance to win up to 200,000 Naira on Better Play on Top Women Radio 91.7. Run, go follow us for Facebook at Better Play and Instagram at BetterPlayNG for instant updates. So make you for no miss out for the better way we dey carry come your side. You don't buy your tickets, make I go buy my own ticket. 18 plus. Only bet responsibly.
Join His Royal Majesty Obade Dotun Aremu Gbadebo III, the Alaki of Egbaland, for a one-day town hall meeting on Tuesday, April 15, 2025 at Alake's Palace in Abeokuta. This exclusive event for men only brings together custodians of our culture, leaders, and change makers to explore the vital role men play in protecting women and girls while strengthening family and community bonds. Date Tuesday, April 15, 2025. Time 10:30 a.m. prompt. Venue Alake's Palace, Abeokuta, Ogun State, strictly by invitation. This one-day community town hall meeting is an initiative of Women Radio 91.7 FM with support from Ford Foundation and Voice of Women Empowerment Foundation.
Sell your market on Women Radio WFM 91.7. Are you a member of our Women Radio network? Are you a trader? Do you own a business? Do you want to increase your sales? I have good news for you. To sell your market free with no charge every Tuesday 11:30 a.m. on Women Radio WFM 91.7. Call 07000 917 917 09155 917 917 0800 1235 917. Sell your market and connect with customers far and wide for free. This is only for Women Radio Network members. Follow us on social media, Facebook, X, and YouTube at WFM 917.
The stories are real.
Something like this happened to me years back. I saw some messages in his phone. A lady that sent the message to him. When I told him, I said, "Come, why are you like this? Why are you doing all this?"
It's all around you.
And so when she comes up to you to tell you her schedule needs, you should be humble enough to listen. And if there's something you can do about that, you do it. Is it reading books? Is it seeing a therapist? Be open to certain things, because at the end of the day, this person is your partner. That is the bottom line of everything. My family advised him to marry the girl he has impregnated. We forced him, but he refused. But when the girl starts telling that you call her too much, then there's something fishy.
You want to share it. Oh, people see. You're not alone. Break the silence culture. Adult Conversations. Weeknights from 8 on WFM 91.7, the voice of women.
WFM 91.7.
Sports Radio 360 on your Women Radio 91.7, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. I am Miracle Philip, glad to be serving you with sporting updates this morning. Of course, we're getting into other sports. We're getting into football. Yeah, we did start off with bringing you news in volleyball, talked about tennis. Now let's switch sides to everything that also went down in the world of Formula One. Well, the races have been quite interesting. What we got to see last time was the Japanese Grand Prix with Verstappen taking victory at pole position. Now for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Yesterday, it was everything Oscar Piastri, actually. For him, it was major dominance. We're talking about McLaren's Oscar Piastri is taking that dominant victory in the Bahrain Grand Prix to close up on his teammate Lando Norris in the World Championship. We also saw Norris actually fighting back from 6th on the grid and a 5-second penalty for false start, also having the chance to pass Russell's going into the final lap, but then he just could not make that work. Ferrari's Charles Leclerc was 4th, passed by Norris with 8 laps to go ahead of his teammate Lewis Hamilton, and then Red Bull's Max Verstappen could only take 6th place in that brilliant race that we got to see in the course of the weekend. So let's take a look at this, really, the top 4 right now, and what exactly and where exactly they are standing as far as the latest is concerned. With what we saw yesterday, where well. Oscar Piastris the first, and then followed by George Russell of Mercedes, Lando Norris of McLaren, Ferrari's Charles Leclerc, and at fifth place was Lewis Hamilton, followed by Max Verstappen of Red Bull, and the rest goes on and on. What we're going to see are even more races, and of course, I'm sure all of the drivers are getting set for the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. Now, that's not the only conversation that we're having, because definitely we need to talk about what went down in the NPFL before we switch sides to the Premier League, shall we?
From the central midfield. Oh no, Kanua got cross over to Jejo Kocha, and it's a goal!
What is this magic? I need that magic.
Well, Heartland FC secured their more bragging rights over Rangers International. It was one that was most anticipated. They got themselves a 2-0 away win in that Oriental derby. Elsewhere, Ikorodu City, they became the first team to actually score 50 goals this season after that thrashing 3-0 victory of Niger Tornadoes in Lagos. In Ilorin, we got to see Kwara United lose to Bendel Insurance. That was a 1-0 loss right there. And well, we also observed Sunshine Stars defeating Eyimba with 2-1. In the North Central Derby, Nasarawa United overpowered Plateau United 3-2. Now, the deplorable part of this particular game was the fact that we got to see a fan attacking the Plateau United player. I'm talking about Vincent Temitokwe. It was a really sad scene. Like, if you even see the pictures, it's so gory. How do you get so passionate, so overwhelmed by a match that you want to use knife to slit someone's throat? Like, how? However, this unidentified fan who actually attacked Plateau United's player, Vincent Temitokwe, has actually been handed over to the police, because I mean, that sight was crazy. It was just so crazy, and we're looking forward to seeing what statements that these various teams are going to put out. Even though Nasarawa United took the victory with a 3-2 goal, but then it is condemnable that fans have not yet taken clues from their clubs that there is such a thing as sportsmanship, and you should not in any way be causing harm to any player or even any fellow fan. Away from the Aqua United, they were unable to beat El Kanemi Warriors in their home after both sides actually shared the spoils. Lobby Stars now, for them, became the first team to be relegated. Oh yes, bottom of the table, they've been sitting pretty well. They actually were unable to beat Kano Pillars, especially as the side actually overcame them with 2-0. And for this Mercurdy-based side, this relegation happens to, be the first time ever in their illustrious history, ending a run of 27 consecutive seasons in the top division, the third longest such in the league. And equally as well, what we got to see yesterday, Rema Stars against Casino United, it ended drawless, should we say goalless in Ikene. And Abia Warriors against Rivers United, Abia Warriors took the victory with 2-0. Bayelsa United won over Shooting Stars with 3-0. Don't forget, the phone lines are open this morning. 07000-917-917. What are your thoughts on all of these updates I've shared with you today? Let's not also forget the Nigeria's under-20 national team, the Flying Eagles. They will travel to Egypt as they get set to be part of the 2025 CAF Under-20 African Nations Cup for the very final phase. Let me take this call here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Miracle.
Good morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
It's Voice of Taraba calling.
You're welcome, Voice of Taraba.
Yeah, I want to talk about Man United losing 4-1 to Newcastle.
Okay.
I was happy that Onana was not in the post. If not, Man United fans who are caught Onana, head yesterday, saying that it was not. And I want to make this clear is that Man United is supposed to come out officially, like to apologize to Onana, because they sign him as the best keeper in the world, and now they're making one of the worst goalkeepers in the world. They're supposed to call him and apologize to him that they are sorry for the harassment that they have caused him. Well, and number three.
Okay.
Number three is that Man United problem is not a keeper. Man United need to like call Sir Ferguson to sit him down. He should tell them
what
how
he
come
did.
what you did. So when they tell him now, when you tell them the problem, they will now come out officially and announce that they are sorry for robbing and all other clauses that they did. So before then, we can now like forgive them and their problem will be not solved.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling this morning. Glad to have your thoughts. Yes, I was actually sharing with you all the update. Don't forget the phone lines are still open, but let's just wrap this up on Nigeria's under 20 national team. They are going to be set for their match this week, especially as they will have to contend with Morocco, Kenya, and Tunisia in the group phase of the 24th Africa Under 20 Cup of Nations taking place in Egypt 27th April to 18th May. And we're getting to also always see that this team have been a lot more victorious in this tournament. They've won it 7 times in a row, and we look forward to how they will get to deliver as this tournament kickstarts. We'll take a break right now. When we come back, we definitely have to talk about everything European football.
Something big is coming with Better Play. Get ready to turn 500 naira into a 200,000 naira daily jackpot. Yes, you heard right. 200,000 naira every single day. The more tickets you grab, the higher your chances of winning. Stay tuned because this is the game changer you've been waiting for. Coming to you on Women Radio 91.7 FM. Are you ready to play and win big?
Well, it was Manchester United's game to lose as in yesterday, especially because Newcastle United dominated for the most part. Manchester United suffered a heavy defeat at the hands of Newcastle. Goals from Sandro Tonali, Harvey Barnes, who took a brace, and Bruno Guimaraes sealed the win for Newcastle. Of course, we got to see standing goalkeeper Altay Bayindir replacing Andre Onana. Still yet facing a lot of criticism for his performance. Elsewhere, Chelsea against Ipswich Town, and yes, Chelsea were turned off because they just managed to salvage a draw against relegation-threatened Ipswich Town after trailing 0-2 at the halftime. An own goal and a strike from Jadon Sanchez leveled the match. But then also, this result left Chelsea's Champions League qualification hope in a precarious position. Because, of course, when we got to see that victory from Newcastle United, they were able to take themselves all the way to 4th place, 56 points from 31 games played. Equally, we saw Wolverhampton Wanderers against Tottenham Hotspur, capitalizing on Tottenham's defensive vulnerability, securing a convincing win. It was 4-2, and this has left a lot of pressure on Ange Postecoglou's head at the moment. Arsenal failed to take victory, clinching 3 points from Brentford as of yesterday. Their titles aspirations, some people will say, is over and done with. Thomas Partey scored for Arsenal, but Yarn Wissa equal for Brentford, leaving Arsenal's 13 points behind Liverpool. We also saw Liverpool always in their form, clinching victory over West Ham United. They edged closer to clinching the Premier League title with that dramatic win over West Ham. Luis Diaz opened the scoreline. Virgil van Dijk secured the victory with that late header. And yeah, a lot of conversation around Mohamed Salah and Guy. Are you staying after the summer? Well, the conversations are still ongoing, but that contract one is expecting, of course, to be extended. And same thing with Virgil van Dijk, who is really, really saying, I really love it here at Liverpool. Well, of course, Mohamed Salah set up the opener and broke the record for the most goal involvement in a season. 07000 917 917. 07000 917 917 09155 917 917. The toll free number for women to call in this morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Bobby now, calling from Ayabon.
Okay, Obina from Ayobo, please, we'd like for you to speak up, okay?
Nothing happened with my first one. What wrong with us now? Did that we are giving up, or we just want to focus on Champions League because I'm just tired. I'm just tired.
You're just tired. Are you an Arsenal fan?
Yes.
If you ask me, who I go ask? All right, then Obina right there from Ayobo says, what is going on with Arsenal? Is it that we are just focusing on the Champions League? Will they even be able to take the Champions League? I know a lot of action went down in La Liga yesterday, but I'm going to take your call still. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I'll call back.
Okay, quickly, please.
I want to reply my brother, the Arsenal fans. It's my brother. I'm Arsenal fans too. If it's to choose between Premier League or Champions League, which one is going to choose? Arsenal did not take that match with no seriousness because of the injury problem that Arsenal are having already. We have our defense and most of our strike out of the season. And we have a big game at the Banuba where, they are claiming to overturn our 3 goals,
And you think that Real Madrid will not overturn your 3 goals in the Champions League?
No, it can happen. It can happen individual. Visual now. Visual. That's something. It can happen. It cannot happen in real life because we are not going there to win them.
Okay. Thank you so much, Zion, for calling. We do have to let other people call in.
Yeah, transfer that.
All right, thank you so much, Zion. Zion says it can only happen in the dream world. It can never happen in real life that Real Madrid overturns their 3-0 aggregate that Arsenal have ahead of their second leg in the Champions League. Well, let's hear from you as well. 07000 917 917. 09155 917 917. Our toll-free number for women 0800 1235 917. And then we have our text and WhatsApp line 08155 917 917 0703 175 6537. Elsewhere in the Spanish La Liga, we got to see Real Madrid taking for themselves their 1-0 victory over Deportivo Alaves. However, there was a red card that was given to Kylian Mbappe in that match. Villarreal were victorious over Real Betis with 2-1. Athletic Club, they won Rayo Vallecano with 3-1. And Osasuna were victorious over Girona with 2-1. That's what we got to see in the Spanish La Liga. Well, I have this message here. It's coming from Tunde from Bega. It says, good morning, Miracle Philip. Good morning, Women Radio 91.7. I weep for Arsenal fans. It's over and out for them. However, Manchester United, they cannot prove any points. They have a lot to deal with this season. All right, thank you so much for sending your messages today. Thank you so much for dropping by. Well, it's still Sports Radio 360 on your Women Radio 91.7, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. Glad to say yes, at this moment it is over, and I will be back tomorrow, even with more sporting updates for your listening pleasure. Don't forget, there's a match to be played today. Yes, we're going to see some matches to be played today. Bournemouth will take on Fulham, and that's going to be in the Premier League. And in Spanish La Liga, Atletico Madrid will take on Real Valladolid, and Italian Serie A, Napoli will take on Empoli. It's over and out. Stay sporty, stay tuned, stay good. Up next is a morning motivation. No, it's a newspaper review. Good morning.